All right, everyone. Welcome welcome all. Episode 35 of the Casey and Tyler Show. A lot of football on this show coming up. We got a few updates regarding head coaching searches in the NFL, but other than that, slow week in sports. Not much else. If you care about the NBA, I think Giannis and LeBron were just named captains of the All-Star game. I think that happened right before we started recording. So
the Pistons got their ass whooped the other night by the Bucks. They allowed 150 points in an NBA game. So
didn't they also
sad.
score? They scored like 120 and still lost.
It was like
yeah,
150 to 130. It's like,
how do you
Jesus
score 130
Christ.
points and lose the game? That's
and
insanity.
get your ass whooped.
Yeah,
you scored 130 points and got fucking smoked.
Yeah, it was funny. I was eating dinner watching that game, and I saw the score in the first half. The Bucks were at like 80 points or close to 80 points, and I was like, oh wow, this game's going quick. I thought they were in like the third quarter already, or fourth, I don't know, half quarters, whatever. I thought they were much farther into the game, and it wasn't even like halftime yet, and I was like, oh no, this is bad. And then obviously the Bucks were killing them, so I think they quit playing defense, allowed the Pistons to come back a little bit, but it was never close. I mean, holy cow, the Pistons, I can't believe it. You know that 04 teams rolling over in their game, they would win games holding teams to like in the 60s, and they allowed more than that in a quarter.
Right.
It's insane.
Or in a half.
Insane. In a half, yeah, sorry. Insane.
So
we're going to
college basketball, so I mean, there's sports going on, but it's just
we were talking about this a little bit.
I'm so unlocked in college basketball right now.
I know.
I'm so focused on football.
Yeah,
honestly.
we were talking about that on our drive out to we went to a couple of buddies to watch some of the football games, and we were talking. I was like, this is usually I love college basketball, and I've watched none so far this year. The only games I've watched is when Michigan's played, and I haven't even watched all of those. So definitely unlocked when it comes to college basketball. Hopefully, maybe after the Super Bowl, and that's really all we'll be able to really indulge ourselves in. And obviously, March Madness is going to be right up around the corner too, so we'll have plenty of shows for that. But unlocked is a good word for college basketball. We said probably, I don't know, 10 shows ago where we're a college basketball podcast, and
we're a college basketball podcast now. And we haven't talked about it since.
Yeah, haven't brought it up literally since.
I love Big East basketball. We talked about it on Saturday.
You're locked.
Love Big East basketball. Like whenever I'm on a Saturday, like during the week, if I'm looking for games. If there's not a Big East basketball game on, I probably wouldn't watch anything. If there's a Big East game on, I will watch it. I love Big East basketball.
Yeah, Big East basketball is like just they're all it's cool because some of them are like smaller schools that aren't football schools, so you don't get a taste of them at all during like college football season because they're in the FCS or they're not a Division I football program. So it's cool when like Seton Hall is we're just good at basketball. We just dominate, or like Providence, Rhode Island, schools like that. So
it's like I'm looking forward to this weekend. I mean, Xavier Creighton might be a decent game. Seton Hall Butler, that would probably be a good game. Sunday, you have Providence Villanova. Villanova kind of sucks this year.
Yeah, ever since Jay Wright left, right? So they've been kind of
that's this year. He left last year.
This is like their first year without Jay Wright, right?
Same thing with Duke. Duke is like, this is the first year that it's like I have not really seen Duke or North Carolina inside the top 25.
Same with Kentucky. I mean, Kentucky's dead.
Not there. I mean, Syracuse has kind of been dead for a couple years.
Yeah.
Because I remember they used to be like really good when they were in the ACC. But it's like Duke is 14-6 right now. What is North Carolina's record? North Carolina is 15-6. I mean, it's normally you would think these guys are having 2 losses, maybe 3.
Right. Well, and typically, like, whenever they play each other, it's like usually a perennial top 25 matchup. Yep. Even if one team's having a bad year, they're still in the top 25. You know what I mean? Like,
and like people are hyping up those games like that's coming up next Saturday, and I'll guarantee you it's not going to be that like big of a game like it should be.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I was listening to a podcast and this guy he's like fortunate enough to have gotten invited to go to Cameron Indoor, which that would be awesome. And they're playing North Carolina, and he's like, it's still gonna be fun, but it would have been a lot cooler if they were like ranked and like actually good. But
it'll still be a fun experience. But
yeah. I was listening to JT Poston. He's a golfer on tour. He's a huge North Carolina fan. He said that is still the loudest sporting event he's ever been to. Was a game at Cameron, or it was at Chapel Hill, but it was when Duke played, and he said it's crazy town. I mean, don't you have to like camp out for tickets and stuff because you can't just get them?
No, you can get them. They're just fucking $700.
I'm gonna look right now. I'm gonna look right now on Game Time. When do they play, Casey? Next Saturday?
Next Saturday, the 4th.
Okay, hold on. I want to see on Game Time how much
Duke,
tickets.
So look up Duke tickets.
Okay, so that's North Carolina. Okay.
Duke Devil basketball. $837 is the cheapest ticket right now on TickPick. And you're talking, you're in the fucking, you are row N, so that's probably way the fuck up there. Section 3, so you're on the long side. You're not like if you want to sit mid court. The mid.
What's the most expensive ticket you can get? Can you find? Is that easy to find out or not?
Let me find out. Hold on.
It's got to be like $4,000.
$5,345.
That's and they suck. Imagine if they were good.
Oh, I know. Like,
that's insanity, man. Holy cow!
I mean, just the game at like. Nah, I mean, dude, Duke basketball games are just expensive.
Yeah.
Then, hold on, let's go to Chapel Hill when they play them March 4th. $518. That's not that bad.
Oh, that's a steal. That's a steal.
Steal. And then let's go to the most expensive right now.
$8,000, $10,000,
$10,979
for one ticket.
For one ticket,
bro, you're dropping 20 racks to take a buddy to basketball. That's insanity.
And it's not like you're like you are mid court row R. So it's like you're not even that low.
Yeah.
You're still like midway up, and you're spending $10,000.
Yeah, ain't no way.
Technically, the best seat is $2,907.
That's
fucking insane.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Michigan plays tonight. They play number 1 Purdue.
Yeah, I think they're playing right now. They're playing Iowa. They were up.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, right before I got on, they were up.
Purdue's probably going to kick the shit out of Michigan tonight. I know Michigan's at home. Isn't Purdue's ranked first in the country right now? I think.
And they have that big guy, Edey,
yeah, he's a problem. He's gonna he will make Hunter Dickinson look small.
No, he will, and that's how Michigan runs their offense is through Hunter Dickinson.
That's the only thing they can do.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things to where it's not going to be close. Purdue's going to absolutely annihilate Michigan tonight.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, we covered college basketball. I'm proud of us.
We're a college basketball podcast. Yeah, Michigan State's up 29.5.
Are they at home?
Did you see? Yeah, they are at home. Did you see what I added to the show sheet?
Sunday?
Yeah, our Sunday.
Oh, yeah, we have to talk about that. All right, hold on. Let's get through the intro real quick. Okay, so we haven't
even got it.
No, yeah. So, real quick. Maybe I'll find a way to, like, patch it.
No, fuck it. We're just having a long
All right. We got some personal updates on a fun Sunday that Casey, well, fun is maybe not the right word. And then we're going to do the divisional round recap from last week's NFL, and then we'll do a championship weekend preview. I got some more stats and stuff from Action Network, so we'll keep that in mind. But all right, Casey, anything you want to say?
Nice little 10-minute intro. Let's do it.
All right, Case, we got to start with this. I'll lay the foundation, and then you can go ahead and give your thoughts. So, Casey and I made the bright decision to join a recreational co-ed volleyball.
No. Let's start from the very, very beginning.
Okay.
So, how we got a part of this league. I had a coworker that said, she asked me if I wanted to join a rec volleyball league with her, this other coworker, and it was going to be their two husbands. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Yep. I remember gym class in high school. I was good at fucking volleyball.
Yeah.
So I signed up. Then they were like, we only have 4 people. We kind of need a sub. So I was like, okay, let me see if Tyler wants to play.
Yep.
Hit up Tyler. I was like, I'm on a co-ed volleyball league. I was like, we need someone. I was like, do you want to play? It's me. It would be me, you, and 2 coworkers. And he was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. So that turned into me, the 2 girls, and their husbands, and we added Tyler to now it's just me, Tyler, and the 2 chicks. Their husbands were like, yeah, have fun.
Yep. So we, we decided we were going to do this about a month ago. So Sunday was our first match. To tell you how this is going to go, we should have known. We got there at 12:30, and our game wasn't till 3:30. Or something like that. We were there like an hour and a half, 2 hours early.
We got there at 1:30, and a game wasn't until 3:30.
3:30, yeah, sorry. And so we were thinking, cool, we'll get there early, we'll warm up. Well, we get there, there's no one in the parking lot besides one of our teammates, and we're like, is it canceled? Like, because of the weather? Like, and so finally, teams show up. We're there. I'm hitting balls, trying to, and then our team captain's like, hey, sorry, I screwed up. We don't play till 3:30, and it's not like we're close. This is like an hour-ish, 45-minute drive. So
not an hour-ish.
It's like 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah, so it's not like we could just be like, all right, we'll be back. We stayed there. We watched the games. My number one fear came true. We're sitting there getting ready to play, and a group of girls walk in. And they take off their coats, and they're all wearing Adrian College volleyball shirts and sweats.
It didn't say volleyball. It just said Adrian College. We assumed that they're on the volleyball team.
They were on the volleyball team. No doubt they were on the volleyball team. I mean, they were bump, set, spike. I mean, we didn't have to play them, thankfully.
We play them this week.
Yeah, we do. But so we get loose. We're warming up. So the way it works, you play a total of 4 matches, but 2 games, right? So it's best 2 out of 3, and you play 2 games. We had 1 close game, and I still think we lost by 7. I think it was 25-18 was our closest.
Yeah,
our closest match.
Closest.
And every other game we scored less than 10 or 11 points. Yeah,
it was less than 10.
Yeah, it was a pathetic performance. We are the shortest volleyball team of all time.
Hey,
I mean,
look, Bree said that she's bringing her husband this week, so we get some height and we have a sub.
Good. Yeah. The height thing is necessary because we played this one guy, and I was trying to meet him at the net, and he's just spiking it on me, bro. Like it wasn't.
That's why I backed up all the time because I was like, I'm too short to try to jump up and put my arms up to try to block the fucking ball. So I'm going to try to figure out, he went to 2 spots. He went down the line or he went right down in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
So I would be in the middle and I would back up to try to I would be in one spot, be like, he's going to go for this open spot. So as soon as he jumped, I would shift over to that area. It's like a fucking goalkeeper in a PK.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter at all. Dude, I saw every time I touched the ball, it went to the fucking ceiling.
Oh, it was.
I was only good at serving.
Yeah, and I need some serious work on that. I couldn't get the ball over the net, and I had like a few and then there'd be some where it was like an absolutely pathetic performance, like athletically.
It was so
entirety.
bad. I was so embarrassed. Embarrassed.
We didn't. We definitely didn't perform. I showed up there with zero confidence, and then as we watched some of the teams, I was like, oh, this doesn't look that difficult. So I gained confidence, and then
I lost it immediately.
And then I lost it. The minute we started hitting the ball back and forth, I was like, we are not cut out for this. Nope. We just are not cut out for this.
Nope.
Like, we got one of our teammates that's taking trips to the car to smoke some heaters. I'm sitting there thinking about like, should we go to the bar and have some drinks? And cut that. 15 minutes. All right.
My bad.
It's okay. But yeah, so just like the level of unlockedness. And I really don't think it helped that we sat there for 2 hours, because it was like, not that it was a big deal. The time went by quickly, and it was nice. I hadn't met the girls before, so it was cool to be able to kind of hang out and get to know them a little bit.
Right.
But like, I was like ready to play. You know what I mean? Like, we were just sitting there, and so I think that like part of me, like, I showed up ready to go, and then you sat there, and like, you and I were like, cool, we'll just watch football on our phone, and then it was like time to play, and I was like, well, it was not the performance we were looking for. Like, our best chance to win was when we played like a group of friends that our two girls knew, and I was like, oh, we can beat these, and they waxed us.
They stomped us.
And they were like, respectfully, like what I thought would be our best chance to win, because you could tell there were some teams that showed up. This is not their first time doing volleyball league. That you could just tell, and I'm not looking forward to playing that team, dude. They're gonna like, it got so bad, guys. Like, listen. It got so bad that they started underhand serving it to us, because they were just acing us every serve. We could not volley the ball back over the net. And when we did have a good exchange, we still lost. We still lost the point, because they were just like, that was enough. Spike it. Let's go. Move on.
It was not fun. I might just, if we play them first game, if we play them, first game, I might just be like, yo, let's just like cut this. We'll go up to this bar up the street, and we'll pounding beers. Yeah, like, it might just be one of those things like, hey, like, what's the mercy limit? Because if you get up 15, 16, nothing, let's just start the next game. I don't need to go through this. Like, it's hurting my pride, and yeah, it was fun. It was fun despite getting our ass kicked. It was cool. The chicks, Casey's coworkers, were super awesome. So we got good team vibes. We just aren't very good. Oh yeah, like, I had a lot of fun while we were getting our ass kicked, just because, dude, it was so fun. It was so funny. It was how we were acting, dude. I was fucking falling all over the place. Casey ripped his we both wore like leggings. I don't want to call them like compression leggings, compression pants. Yeah, just I think that's just so I was like, I don't want to get court. I was like, I don't want to get court burn. Like, Casey ripped his compression pants in the first game. It was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So one of our teammates hit herself in the face. That was hilarious. I mean, just whiffed. I mean, just a total. Oh, I whiffed. I remember Tyler hit a perfect setup to me. I jumped up pissed and went and missed the fucking ball. There was one time where I was getting ready to hit a volley over, and I mistimed my jump, and it hit me in the chest. I couldn't do anything. I just mistimed my jump, and it just hits me in the chest. It's like, all right. Oh, and then the worst part, and this is what I thought we'd be great at, was like our communication. How many times did a ball go right between two people, and we just looked didn't say anything. Just looked at each other like, Casey, that's you. You're like, bro, you took a step. I was like, oh my god. So we'll hopefully learn from our mistakes. The best news we got is the time we play on Super Bowl Sunday, because I would have been like, I'm not coming. Oh yeah, we played late. We play the first games. Which is great, because we'll be home. We're able to get settled and throw on the pregame and start eating snacks and whatever you want to do for the Super Bowl. So, but yeah, no, that was like the best news. I sent it to Kelsey. Kelsey's kind of wants to come this Sunday. I don't think I'm going to let her come yet. No, I fucked up by inviting that one coworker. Yeah, that's all I heard on Monday, because she was taking videos. We were getting exposed. Was she really? No shot.
It looked like it, but again, she could have been playing on her phone. But at one point,
I
was like,
she was
put
playing
that
on her phone.
I was like, put that down. There needs to be no video evidence of this whatsoever.
Yeah, you know? I think she would have showed me, or at least I hope so.
Yeah, that was
because after you left Sunday, I sat on my couch. For some reason, sat with my right knee bent, fell asleep like that for 3 hours. Woke up, dude, my knee was in so much pain. Then, go ahead.
I was gonna say I thought I'd be more sore, but it was just general soreness from not moving. Like I don't run, you know what I mean? So
yeah, just like after the knee was fine, the knee was good after a day. So on Tuesday, my knee was fine. Then I realized my fucking left hamstring was kind of a little tight, and that's been tight since then.
I had like general back soreness, and I think it was just because I don't work out. On like full disclosure, and I think
I'm fucking fat. Look at that, I'm fucking fat.
Nah, you're fluffy. Okay, be nice to yourself,
fucking dude. If I lift that shirt up, you would see fat.
Oh man. Well, so we're hoping for a better performance this Sunday. We'll keep you guys posted. We haven't come up with a team name yet, so we need to do that.
Average Joes.
Yeah, that's the best thing
average
I can think
schmoes.
of. Below average Joes.
Below average Joes.
It was fun. It's good to get out of the house. Good to do something like that. You know, some type of activity. And to be honest, had more successful doing layups with the volleyball because there's a basketball hoop there than I was at
Super Bowl
volleyball.
Weekend. We need to get a ball. Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah, because we'll be the first
game. I'm busting your ass, dude.
Yeah, because if we got there at like 1 and we don't start till 2, we could play a couple games. Like, because the gym's open.
Dude, we ain't doing that. We would get there at 1:30 and just play like 1 or 2 real fast.
Oh, because you don't want to be gassed?
I ain't going to be gassed for that. I just texted Bree and Carly the team name, so.
Okay. Bet. Yeah, full disclosure, I did watch videos and like how to serve for beginners. So I do expect to be a little bit better this time.
Yeah, I realized. I got some advice on bumping. Don't go up. Just let it fucking hit your arms. You got just boom. Just come off.
Like let the net. Yeah, because if you do this, then you're adding too much. Yeah, there was something like we also just like. Like, there were times where, like, when it comes over, you're supposed to, bump, set, spike, where I was like, I just want to get it back over the net.
Yeah,
I don't know
like,
how
there
to
was
set
a time
this.
where, like, one of them hit you a nice bump, and I was like, set it, dude. I can jump up, and I can just tip it over. And then you just went like that over. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm just like this. I can't think that hard. I'm just trying not to,
If you can, try to get this set up, because then we have a better chance of scoring at that point. Because if you just hit it over like that, they have a time to do it. If I can jump up, I can almost find. That's what I was kind of good at in high school volleyball, dude. I mean, yeah, I was playing against fucking high schoolers, and I was in high school. But I would just jump up, and I would just hit it, and I would just kind of find an open spot and just kind of hit the ball right to that spot.
I will say, the only times we scored points was if someone got a point on a serve, or if they hit it out of bounds.
Oh, dude, I was kind of good at serving. I was really good at serving.
You were, and Carl would be good too if she just load down on the power a little bit. And she figured that out by the second game. So
right. She loves it. She's calling her Carl.
Yeah. So, all right, let's move on. Got some news here. Panthers hire former Colts head coach Frank Reich to be their next head coach. Interestingly enough, Frank Reich was the first quarterback ever for the Carolina Panthers back in 1995. So a little homecoming for Frank Reich. And the owner, David Tepper, who is one of the more aggressive owners in the sport, I would say, decided on Reich after interviewing 9 different candidates. Not to go down this road, but it does sound like he's probably going to get sued because, he didn't go with the former coach, and everyone's saying it's a race thing because you have the Rooney Rule in the NFL, blah 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 blah. So we'll see what happens with that. It feels like it's a good pairing. Reich, even though it didn't work out in Indianapolis, is still regarded as one of the better offensive minds. And he comes from that Andy Reid coaching tree. So we'll see what happens there. And then obviously Dan Quinn, also who was interviewing for several of the open head coaching positions, former Atlanta Falcons head coach, took him to the Super Bowl. He's staying in Dallas, wants to be the defensive coordinator. Unfinished business here in Dallas. Sounds an awful lot like what Ben Johnson said too. And I wonder if one of the issues is, Casey, is that for a lot of the open vacancies, they're just not great jobs.
Yeah,
like
the teams are dog shit. Like the best team is what? Probably the Colts.
Yeah, just because you know the owner is going to have your back. They're going to spend money. They'll do whatever it takes. But even then, like whether it's the Broncos, the Colts, they don't have any draft picks. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just talking about the team. Like the Colts, at least they have
probably the best
Taylor.
foundation.
Yeah,
that's good offensive line. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with the rest of these coaching vacancies. I'm still shocked the Chargers are sticking with Brandon Staley, but that's what they're doing. And obviously the biggest name floating around is where Sean Payton gonna land. You know, so
if he's gonna land somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think Peyton knows that if he waits another year, there could be an even better. You know, I don't think he wants to sign a deal with the devil and then regret it. So sometimes you just got to wait for your best opportunity. Which for him, for right now, to me, it's probably the Cardinals. Just because, and that's if you believe in Kyler Murray as your quarterback.
I just think that's such a head case over there.
There's a lot of dysfunction going on. I agree with that. So. We'll see what happens. There's the rumor mill is still swirling that they could let Mike McCarthy go and bring Sean Payton in, but that's after going 12-4. It just seems unfair, man. And the grass isn't always greener. You know what I mean? I know that Sean Payton is a proven commodity, but still, sometimes when you come back, it's not the same. So,
but also one of those things where you're talking about Mike McCarthy, Dallas's coach, right?
Correct.
I mean, dude, Jerry Jones, it's Super Bowl or bust. So it's one of those things where you hit a certain point. I mean, it's kind of like Jim Caldwell at the Lions. I think they should have gave him a couple more years, but it was the same thing. You would get to it. He would hit here, and that's all he hit. That's all he would get. He would hit 9-7. Make the playoffs, wild card, lose first round. That's all that you get out of it.
I think we got like the most out of Caldwell as we were going to get. And I think that we would, like as collectively as Detroit sports fans, I think we'd feel a lot better about the Caldwell firing if the next regime didn't stink as much as they did.
Yes, yes, I agree. Just because it makes it the Caldwell firing look
even worse.
Because yes, if you would have got rid of Caldwell and, brought in Dan Campbell, and he had one bad year, then all of a sudden now he's doing what he's doing now, I would think that you would be happy with that Caldwell firing because you at least see a bright future with the Lions right now. With Patricia, as soon as he took over that team, you knew I was all hyped for that first year. Then after year one, I was like, what the fuck did we just do?
Yeah, I agree. And speaking about Quinn Trisha, I'm going to read you this here. I saw this on Twitter the other day, and I screenshotted it to make sure I didn't forget to bring it up. I forgot to put it in the show sheet. But tell me if this sounds an awful lot like what happened here in Detroit. Teams around the league expect the Raiders to aggressively tweak their roster, and that includes Josh McDaniels and GM Dave Ziegler getting their own guys while moving on from team veterans. So, and in the picture, Renfro and Darren Waller are pictured. And that reminds me a lot of like when we got rid of Slay and Keandre Diggs and all these guys that were impact players but maybe didn't fit, the culture or the mold or whatever. That makes me nervous. If I was a Raiders fan, I wouldn't like that. The guy that quote tweeted, Ryan Armani, works for Fox 2 Sports here, said, if I'm a Raiders fan, this would scare the life out of me. It sounds eerily similar to what Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia wanting their own guys in Detroit and running players like Slay and Diggs out of town. That didn't work out so great. No, and I agree 100% with that.
You're going to piss those guys off, and then all of a sudden, guys don't want to go to your team. Because that's what happened with the Lions. No one wanted to come to Detroit because you didn't know what the hell was going on.
Well, and also, Patricia quickly, it was funny, when he got here, initially there was players that are like, I'm excited to play for Patricia, he's a defensive guy, comes from the Patriots. After 1 year, Slay and everyone's like, don't come, you don't want to play for this guy. You don't. And Patricia was such an idiot, man. He went back to daddy with Belichick, and he lost his job and it sounds like his future in New England's uncertain.
Yeah,
that's what I read
they just
today.
hired
Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien as their OC.
To be their OC. So the Belichick O'Brien reunite. Good for Bill O'Brien getting back to the NFL.
I didn't know he was at Bama. I forgot he was at Bama. He was their offensive coordinator.
Lead offensive analyst coordinator. Yeah.
So,
we'll see how that goes. I mean, I'm trying to think if he was there when Mac Jones was still at Bama. I wonder if he's been there that long. Like, I wonder if they already have like somewhat of a working relationship.
I think he was at Houston then.
He hasn't been at Houston in 10 years.
Are you serious? Where the fuck?
Dude, it's been a long time. He probably hasn't been in Houston since like 2016.
No shot.
Houston's gone through like 1,000 head coaches since then.
Holy shit.
You know.
Yeah, he was at Houston from 2014 to 2020.
It feels like it was so much longer than that.
Then he was at Penn State or Bama from 21 and 22.
So he went to Penn State to the Texans.
Penn State to the Texans, yes. He was at Penn State from 2013 and 2014. Then he went to Houston. Then he was at the Texans from 2014 to
2020 just feels like a fucking decade ago,
dude,
man.
He was there so long, and they sucked for so long. Well,
yeah.
Beginning of his career, he was decent.
He definitely turned them around. I mean, thanks to him, they got Watt and DeAndre Hopkins and Deshaun Watson. But they never did anything with it. So, but all right, we'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, with the NFL, it's going to be a crazy offseason in the NFL with coaches being filled and all quarterback shuffling and stuff. I keep seeing all this stuff. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. So we'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, if anything big like that happens. But let's jump right in. Divisional round recap.
Super divisional round recap.
Super normal divisional round recap. Jags at Chiefs. First game of the weekend. Chiefs won a close one, 27-20. Casey, we were hanging out with some buddies watching this game, having a good time. What were your thoughts as we watched this?
I mean, this was a really, really good game.
It was back and forth.
Game. I mean, it was one of those things to where Mahomes got hurt early. It was like second quarter he got hurt. And then you were like, okay, well, is he playing? Is Chad Henne coming in? Chad Henne came in, took him on a 98-yard drive, and scored a TD. I mean, it was just one of those things to where as soon as I saw that happen, I knew the Chiefs weren't going to lose just because you're going to have Mahomes most likely come back at some point in the second half. If anything, you're up going into halftime, and Chad Henne's capable enough of a quarterback to at least
and he knows that system like really well. He's been there for forever. So, I will say, call me a hater, call me whatever you want. I feel like Mahomes knew the cameras were on him. I think he was milking the hobbling around a little bit. I think he knew he was going to look like a hero hobbling around. I don't know. Seemed a little excessive.
Okay.
Just saying. Mahomes though guts it out. I mean, good performance by the Chiefs. Jags. What a year for the Jacksonville Jaguars, man.
Ankle sprain, so.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it was probably a legit injury.
Just a sprain. I'm not saying it wasn't a legit injury. I just don't know. I mean, come on.
Just saying.
They gave him a shot. He wasn't even feeling that shit. Dude.
Okay. Next game.
But I was going to say, what a year for the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. After that year of turmoil with Urban Meyer there, Peterson comes in, gives them some stability, rights the ship.
Bright future for that team.
I agree. I think
young. It's insane.
And I think they're in a division where it's wide open.
Yes.
So, good for the Jags. Good year. Peterson might win Coach of the Year. We'll see.
No, he's not. It's going to be Eagles coach.
Oh, Sirianni.
Because they got that whole number one seed in his first year. I could see it easily going to him. You see Dan Campbell got snubbed for one of the finalists.
Yeah, that's crazy town to me. That's crazy town.
Dude took a 1-6 team to a playoff contending team in Week 18.
I don't think he should have won it, but I definitely felt like he should have been a finalist for sure. I get I don't know what the criteria is, but it's more than just the record to me. It's what he's done with the culture here in Detroit. It's been a total overhaul. It's been, regardless. Like you said, let's move on. Giants at Eagles. This game was never close, Casey. Eagles win 38-7. They're damn good.
They're fucking good. They're rolling right now. It's one of those things where this game this weekend is going to be a fucking good one.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about a hot offense versus a hot defense.
Yep. And I got some trends, some things for that game that we can talk about. The only thing I really got to say. Did they score in the first play of the game?
No, first possession.
First possession. Well, the first play of the game was a big one then, because when I was doing
because it was a fucking 60-yard bomb to Devontae Smith.
That's what I thought. So yeah, they started off just hot. Eagles, I think that any doubt that anybody had that this team wasn't going to be healthy, that Hurts wasn't going to be the same, blah blah blah. I think they put all those doubts to bed. I think the Eagles are probably the betting favorite right now to make it out of the NFC.
I think they're the betting favorites to win it all.
Yeah. I mean, they're very, very complete football team. My mom's from Philadelphia, or was from Philadelphia. I wouldn't hate to see the Eagles win it. I wouldn't mind that. That's fine with me. But I will say that, God, man, it feels like the Eagles are just going to be a problem under Nick Sirianni for years to come. So
Eagles are at plus 240. Then it goes Bengals and Chiefs at 260 and Niners at 350.
So they are the betting favorite. Okay. I don't know if you saw this. After the Eagles whooped the Giants, University of Alabama tried to claim Jalen Hurts. They posted a tweet and a picture and was like, "Congratulations to former Alabama star quarterback." It's like, no, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that.
He went to Oklahoma and graduated at Oklahoma. Yep. Sorry,
you don't get to do that.
That's like Ohio State claiming Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, I know it's eerily the same. I know Hurts did win a national title as the starting quarterback for Alabama, or played whatever, but you benched him in the title game for Tua. You don't get to claim him anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I thought that was funny. A lot of people on the internet were like, no, you're not pulling a fast one on us. It would have been great if I was Oklahoma's Twitter account. I would have tweeted at them and be like, that's our guy. Don't get it twisted. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
So yeah, Eagles roll. Good year for the Giants. Brian Dable got that ship turned around. Same thing with Doug Peterson. I think Brian Dable did a lot with a little this year, and I think maybe established Daniel Jones as the quarterback, the legitimate quarterback of the future for the New York Giants. I think the GM said that they have no they're gonna.
Daniel Jones is their guy moving forward.
Yep. And I think that
foreseeable future.
Yeah, I think that before this year there was a lot of doubt. Is this going to be Dable's guy? And I think this was a prove it year for Daniel Jones, and boy did he step up. So good for Daniel Jones. Go get that contract.
Yep.
Next game, Bengals at Bills. Stunner. Burrow buries the Bills 27-10. How was that for a tongue twister? A little alliteration there. Burrow buries the Bills. Love that. 27-10. Snow game. Love snow games in the playoffs.
Yeah, I was so mad that we couldn't watch this.
Yeah. We only got to see
we watched
a little bit of the first quarter,
yep.
And then we got to we listened to it on the radio on the way home, I think. So, Josh Allen, potential fraud.
I don't think so.
I know. I was just trying to trigger you.
That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up.
He didn't have his best game.
No, he had a bad game.
It does sound and there is this old cliche in the NFL, no one's healthy after week one. No one's totally healthy after week one. But I do think that UCL injury in his elbow was really, really bothering him, and I expect him to get that taken care of this offseason. Bills, McDermott came out after the game and basically blamed himself for the loss. Says he got out coached, didn't make enough adjustments. And that you never got this sense of urgency from the Bills. Even when we were listening to the game, it's guys, time's running out. You need to go score. You know what I mean? So,
what pisses me off is Diggs was very animated after the game, and they showed
such a prima donna.
See, why? How? He's passionate to win. It's
don't show up your teammates though. I don't like that. Don't show up.
What do
your
you mean?
teammates.
Like
keep that stuff in house.
Well, it's one of those things. That's on the camera. Like the camera guys, I get it. That's their job.
That's their job.
Come on. But it's okay that don't get pissed at a player for going at a guy and getting because he's not fucking playing his greatest in a game that you're gonna lose your season with. Look, and I'm a huge Josh Allen guy, and like that whole him putting his arms up like that, like at Josh Allen, all pissed, yelling at him.
If I was Josh Allen, I would have been like, "Go sit the fuck down, or you won't ever get the ball again." I would have lost my shit.
Play better.
No way.
Play better.
Well, also, Dig, the play he's talking about, we were home by the time this happened, so I watched this whole thing happen, I'm pretty sure. Or I saw the replay of it. Diggs was mad because he was open at the end of his route, but Allen had already gone through his progressions and moved on. He was like rolling out of the pocket trying to improvise, and then that's when Diggs came open. Look, dude, you can't, like, there are guys that are open on every play that the quarterback misses. You're not going to get them all. And I get it. Like, I totally agree with your statement that, like, I love the passion. I love that he cares. But after the loss, to not wait for the team meeting, they pack up all your stuff out of your locker and leave, that just sends a really negative message. Like, you're going to request a trade. And now there's, like, in-house stuff. You're not the only player on that team that's upset that you didn't play your best game that day. And so that part of it like leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But I agree. Like give me 100 Stephon Diggs in the sense that they are ultimate like they want to win that badly. I love that. I just wish, the narrative around it isn't the most favorable in my opinion. But regardless, it's a tough loss for the Bills when they were the betting favorite to win the Super Bowl. I think like all year almost. So. Yeah. They were favored in every game they played this year. So that's a tough way to go out, especially when I know they only lost by 17, but they were never really in it.
They never had a shot.
Yeah.
Like I remember we were watching before volleyball. It was like the Bengals were on play 20 and the Bills only ran like 6 plays.
6 plays. They had back-to-back 3-and-outs and were down 14-0.
Yeah.
That's a tough way to start the game, especially now. When you're up 14-0 that early, if you're the Bengals, you can just now start to milk that clock, right? Your whole playbook's opened up because you're not so worried about like we got to go, TD for TD.
You just need to drive it down to like the 35 and kick a field goal.
Yeah, you're chilling at that point, and their defense looked great. And obviously, I know in the snow games, like it can be difficult. It can be difficult in the trenches to run the ball. You're slipping and sliding everywhere. Mixon, I thought, had a great game for the Bengals. Just a good all-around performance by Joey B, man. Like, he's got to be America's quarterback, right? He's like everyone loves Joe Burrow.
Everyone loves Joe Burrow. Yeah.
Yeah. There's something. He's just got that it factor.
He has a swag to him.
That a little bit of a swag to him, and also salt of the earth type of guy, good human being, gives back to his hometown. He's like small town Ohioan kid. Like he's just a good dude too, which that helps. You know what I mean? So, good for Joey B, man. The Bengals got a chance this weekend, obviously, to go back to the Super Bowl and see if they can get it done. But let's get to the last game of the divisional round. I fell asleep during this game. I'm not gonna lie. This was after volleyball. Boring game. Cowboys at Niners. Niners advance. They win 19-12. That defense keeping the Niners alive. Dak Prescott looked horrible. Kellen Moore, I don't know what some of that play calling was, and we have to talk about it, Casey. Worst play in NFL history, the last play of that game? What was that? Dude, what?
And then Zeke says, I want to stay in Dallas. What?
Yeah,
you want to stay in Dallas after they put you at center and told you to snap the ball and you got your fucking ass?
Dude, it looked like me standing in front of a semi-truck. That's literally what it looked like. And then they needed a touchdown. They throw like a 5-yard check down. Like they just had, I don't know. That was bizarre. I remember because I fell asleep. Like I literally was like exhausted from volleyball. We had the fireplace going in the back room. I'm bundled up with a blanket. Like I'm chilling. And I woke up and the announcers are like, that was the worst play of all time. So I go on Twitter and you just see Zeke just get crushed. And I was like, what were they thinking, man? Unbelievable.
Oh my God. That shit was so funny. Yeah, I saw it the next morning. I just started dying. Oh my God.
That was next level stuff. Like, I know Pat McAfee was excited because before that, and I'll text it to you. We don't have to go. I don't know if you've seen it, but you ever seen the play the Colts ran? It's like historically the worst play ever.
I think
I'll have to send to you because McAfee was fired up on Monday. He was like, because he was on the field when they ran that play. They tried to do like a fake punt where he's like under center and they're all lines off to the left, and they just the defense was like, we're just not gonna go to the line. Why would we do that?
Yes, and then they had the one guy and they put like two guys on the other side. Yep, I remember.
Yeah. And so McAfee was like, we no longer have the worst play ever. Like, we all agree on that? He was pretty fired up about that. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, 49ers advanced defense looks crazy. I think that the Eagles-Niners matchup is exactly what you want for championship weekend. Two of the best teams, and we'll see what Purdy can do, obviously. I think the Niners are going to need to score more than 19 to win. That's just my opinion.
It sucks? Hold on.
What's that?
What time do we fucking play?
We play at 3 and 3:30.
Is it?
Yeah.
I sent you the schedule.
Yeah.
No, we play at 4 and 4:30.
Oh, aren't we Team 5?
We're Team 5. What fucking week?
Maybe maybe I looked at the wrong week.
What the hell? What week are you looking at?
I don't know. Who cares? That does suck, man.
Yeah, 4 and 4:30, and games are at what time this weekend?
4:30 and
3 and 6:30. The Niners Eagles game's that first one at 3.
We'll be able to watch like the first half. We'll be able to listen to the first half, and then we'll be home by the time.
That second game we'll be able to watch at least the second half.
Yeah. So, all right, let's jump right into the conference championship round. We got 49ers at Eagles and Bengals at Chiefs. 49ers, Eagles. Eagles 2.5-point favorites, over under 46.5. Let me give you a few things here, Casey. A rookie quarterback has never played in the Super Bowl before. In the AFC and NFC championship games, rookie QBs are 0-4, and only one quarterback has ever covered the spread in a conference championship.
Give me the Eagles minus 2.5 and under 46.5.
You like the under?
I like the under in this one. I feel like the Eagles' defense is good enough to be able to stop that Niners. I feel like Brock Purdy's it's like one of those things where he was so hot to where I feel like water's now meeting its level with him. I think the Eagles' defense is going to be able to get it done, and I feel like that 49ers defense is good enough to keep the Eagles under 20 or under 30-something points.
Wow, they're going to have good weather, too. It's going to be 52 degrees, cloudy. So, Purdy's big issues, he's allowed himself to be sacked at least 3 times in 3 of his 6 regular season games. Eagles have averaged 4.5 sacks per game this season. I expect them to make Purdy uncomfortable all game. Give me Eagles minus 2.5, and I think I'm with you. I think I like the under 46.5 here. I just think I think that it could be a similar situation that we saw last week. The Eagles get up early and they cruise. I don't think they're going to be looking.
The 49ers scored 1 touchdown last week, and they kicked field goals. I mean, it's going to be one of those things where I feel like the Eagles' defense, I feel like, is possibly a little bit better than Dallas's.
It's close. I think, I just said they average 4.5 sacks per game. That's a sack higher than any other team. So they definitely get after the quarterback like none other. I like the Eagles in this one, man. And it sucks, too, because, I picked the 49ers to win the Super Bowl this year, and I just – you got to have a better offense than that. And so it's up to Kyle Shanahan to put Brock Purdy in position to win, man. They got to have some type of game plan to get things going. Field goals will not win you the game. They just won't. So, next game, Bengals at Chiefs. Casey, this is a pick'em. Totally even spread as of today, Thursday, January 26th. Over under 48. Bengals are calling this Burrowhead because Joe Cool is 3-0 against Mahomes in his career. That's including playoffs. For anyone trying to fact check me, like my podcast.
You fucking said something, and I looked it up, and it just gave me regular season games. It didn't give me the fucking AFC Championship game last year. So relax there, man. Jeez. I mean, look, you gave me fake news one time, so that's why your name on my phone is Fake News T.
Andy Reid is 60% outright in outdoor playoff games. I think this game's going to be great. I honestly don't know. I go back and forth. I totally understand why people would think that the Bengals are going to win, but it's still Mahomes. And I was just reading here that Mahomes practiced Wednesday with seemingly no limitations. So I don't know, man. This is a tough one to pick. Like I want the Bengals to win, but I think that they know that. I'll take the over for sure. I'm actually going to go Chiefs here. I'm going to go Chiefs in the over. I think they've got so much bulletin board material with everyone saying it's Burrowhead and all this stuff. I think the Chiefs feel relatively disrespected here, and they should, because I think the Chiefs have been about as dominant as any team in the league since Mahomes has gotten in. But tell me what you like about this comparison. Patrick Mahomes is like Peyton Manning. All the regular season stats, all that. Joe Cool's like Tom Brady. Just can't get past him. Can't get past him.
I mean, it's one of those things where
we'll see.
He had one playoff run, so I'm not going to hold the brakes.
No, I'm just saying like that could be
that could be
what starts to develop.
Comparison. I could see that.
Like where it's Mahomes, he's throwing 5,000 yards a year, but he's losing every year on the AFC Championship to Joe Cool. So we'll see. And you're right. It's way too early to say that. And no one is Tom Brady. That's never going to happen again. I mean, dude has 7 rings. I'm just saying that type of narrative could develop. I wonder what the weather is going to be like in Kansas City this weekend. Let me look, because wasn't it blizzard there last weekend?
No.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
During the Jags game, it was raining and shit.
Okay, raining. You said blizzard.
Blizzard and rain.
Sleeting. Blizzard and rain are 2 different things.
Yeah, whatever. Kansas City, they're Missouri, right? Not Kansas? They're Kansas City, Missouri. They play Sunday as well, right? Yeah, It's going to be cold, but it's not going to be it's going to be like 26 degrees, but no bad weather. So, I like the over for sure. But hopefully they're good games. I mean, that's the big thing. I don't want to see the Eagles win 38-7. I want to see some good football games. Give us a little bit more to talk about.
Right.
So, I think that does it. No? Anything else?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, you piece of shit. That does it, folks. Casey and Tyler Show.
Good show.
35.
Powered by
the shitty Riverside. Happy Super Championship weekend, folks. Watch some college basketball Saturday. Watch some football Sunday.
Super about it.
And then
super about it.
Love you guys.